Hey everybody, it's me again, Charles Norman from Sports Solutions LLC. Happy Father's Day for everybody out there. And remember what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. If you are out and about today and you see a father, somebody looks like their father, grandfather, say Happy Father's Day to them. And if someone says it to you, remember to say, hey, I appreciate that. That's something I want to kind of get started for us as men. And so here's what I want to do for all the dads out there today. You know, I had a talk with some of the people that I do business with at this point. Some of the men, sometimes we get in groups and we talk about fatherhood and being a husband and all of the things that come along with just life in general. And so one of those is that the idea that society has that we don't really know our kids. Yeah, we take care of them. We may give them, we give them money and we try to guide them and all that sort of stuff, but we don't kind of know them as far as what their hobbies are and who their friends are by name and all that. Like we don't have that kind of relationship with our kids. And I've always thought I've had. Now I've been blessed to be with my wife for over 30 years and my kids are all grown now, but I was an integral part. And I made that as a conscious effort to be a part of what they do. And so I think I knew them better, almost more than my wife, as far as their who they were as kids. And so, in fact, as they got a little bit older, I was the one that would do the Christmas presents because I kind of would get them something that went towards who they were as people, what their hobbies were, what they liked as a personal item. I was actually really, really good at that. And my wife's like, oh, how did you know they were going to be excited about that thing? Because she would get the thing, not so much that they needed, but what she felt would be fun or what was the hot thing at the time. But so anyway, so I've kind of had that in the way I do things. And so I kind of want to do this for the dads. What I'm going to do this time, I know every time I do these videos, I always put down in the description a code and instructions for using AthleticSOS. And for those of you who don't know what AthleticSOS is, it's actually a software technology my company, Sports Solutions, created that allows families, if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship, you use our software and we'll show you all of the options, college options that you have based on your academics, the sports you play, and the level you can participate. And that's what we do. And so we're in a bunch of high schools now. We're doing really, really well with the software, and we work with nonprofits and we work with government offices. We work with a lot of people. And so one of the things I don't talk to you guys about necessarily is that inside that software, when we're working with the nonprofits or the schools, there's another little button in there called academic only. And so the idea behind that is, yes, if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship, that's cool. But on a high school campus, most of the kids aren't going to play at the collegiate level. And so we wanted to have something for them too. So when they click that little button that says academic only, it kind of takes the sports out of it. But what it does is it shows you 2-year schools, 4-year schools, and it shows you trade schools. And so our goal is every single student athlete has a chance to put together a plan using our software. That's what we're trying to be for everyone. And so what I'm going to do for this Father's Day, I'm going to give you guys 2 codes. And one of those codes is going to add the academic only. And so now you guys are saying, well, why don't you just do that all the time? And the reason is because normally what I'm trying to do is if you're with a school or a nonprofit or somebody, the only people that I give that extra feature to are the ones that have counselors, somebody that you can walk into if you click that button and you need help. There's a professional there that can come in and say, okay, I see that you want to go to these schools just academically. Let's start working on your essay. Let's start working on your application. Let me make absolutely sure you qualify to go here and there's nothing in your way and that you've taken the right courses, whatever you need to do. I kind of like that. I want somebody behind the scenes, if you need a little bit of help, that they're there for you. But I'm going to do this time, I'm going to give you a separate code for that. And it's only going to last through the end of the month. So it's the middle of June right now for Father's Day. I'm going to leave it up and active until the end of the month, and then it won't work anymore. Now, the person who used the code can still use it, right? That's not going to be a problem. But for everybody else, that second code that I put down at the bottom, that one will be a regular code that you can use if you're just trying to get athletic scholarships. You won't see the academic only, but that code's good, throughout the year, and I change it every year, that code. So it'll work for you there. So what I'm going to do after the summer, we're working really hard on the software. We're upgrading. We got all these great new features we're putting in, and we're working with all these groups and organizations. You can see I'm kind of excited right now because we're moving. All of a sudden, we've caught something, and I'm going to ride it. We've caught this wave, and I'm riding it out where we're helpful to all these other organizations. So we're putting stuff together right now on the back end. So by the end of the summer, before school starts is my goal, I'm going to be able to give you that code with the academic only anyway, and it'll be a different code. Not the one I'm giving you today. This one I want to put on because this is for the dads, for me. And I want the dads to be able to sit down. You got that academic only, and you have the athletic piece of it. Guys, I want you guys to sit down with your kid, go, hey, tell me what you're trying to do. And you can have that conversation with them. And that's really my reason for doing this ahead of time, because I was going to add that other piece later on anyway. So this is that opportunity. Sit down with your kid, go, hey, what are you trying to do? And sometimes your kid may just want to go to trade school, or they want to go do something that, you know, maybe they want to try. I don't know what they want to do, but it's not in line with what you thought or what you have put in. And for most of us dads, we're pretty practical people. We think in practicality, what makes sense. I know what you want to do, but here's what you need to do type thing. And what I want you to be able to do is tie those two things together. Hey, listen, you need to go to school, or if you want to go do this trade thing, I got you. You want to do that, but let's do that in a way where at least let's go and get your AA first. And let's see if we can find some JCs that have what you want right now, that trade that you're talking about, instead of paying a bunch of money to go to a trade school, because trade schools are in our system and it works fine. Why don't we go to the JC and you can get your AA while you're getting, you know, you're learning this skill set. And then after the 2 years, let's reevaluate. Do we go and move this over? You didn't get that well enough inside the community college that you need to go in and get another discipline, or do we go on to school and maybe we get a business degree? Why don't we take that AA, move over, get the business degree, and then you go ahead and finish up the trade school afterwards, and now you can start, you know, you can go in and learn it for a few years, and then we want to open your own shop. You know, you took automotive, or you took computer technology, whatever you took. Let's figure in 20 years, you want to own your own version of whatever that is. You need to understand business too, and how it works, and how to do your books and stuff like that. And so you'll be ahead of the game is where we're trying to get to. So anyway, those are the kind of things I'm doing. I don't want to make this one long. I want you guys all to have a wonderful Father's Day. And yes, moms, you guys can use the code too. It doesn't matter. It's just, and I'm going to do this again on Mother's Day. So I'm going to do this every Mother's Day and every Father's Day. But I just came up with the idea because I'm a dad. So I looked at everything through my lens, and then the people that I talk to, we talk all the time about what people perceive as dads and fathers, and how we look at the world versus the way the world really is. So that's what I came up with. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Hey, moms, treat your husbands, your kids' dads, whatever that situation is, your dad. Go ahead and do something nice for them. And let's see if you know who they are, because one of the things I always hear from my wife, what do you want? But when it's Mother's Day, I kind of have an idea where she's at. And other than going to eat, what else that would make her happy? Because I know who she is. And it doesn't have to be just a spa day or something like that. I kind of pay attention to my wife and her likes and her dislikes. I don't hit it right every single time, but I try. Let's see you do that too. Go out and do something for them that it's unexpected, and it's something that you as their significant other should be picking up on, where everybody else knows they like to fish or hunt or read or play golf and all that. Yeah, we get that. But what do you know that no one else knows, because you're paying attention to your spouse and you get them something that they go, whoa, I thank you. You know, wow, I didn't even know you were paying attention to that. That's the cool part of being a parent, and it's the cool part about being a spouse or a significant other. Those are the kind of things that make a difference in people's lives. All right, guys, as always, best of luck to you in everything you're trying to do. So there'll be 3 codes down there. There'll be 2 codes down there, plus instructions. And as always, I always leave a link to a video kind of explain what AthleticSOS is, so you can kind of get a look, a feel for what it actually does. It's only about a minute, a little over a minute long, and it kind of lets you know what the software actually does. All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you guys on the next time. Talk to you later. Bye.